You're about to get some good advice, but it's not financial advice. Check the disclaimer.
For nearly a year, I've been piecing together the whispers, leaked memos from the shadows of Wall Street, offshore trades that vanish like ghosts, and the insiders, the hedge fund titans, the central bank puppeteers, the faceless billionaires who've been hoarding, hedging, and hijacking the gold market in plain sight. But not for the reasons you think. No, this goes deeper. It's a silent war on your portfolio, a calculated move to reset the board before the real storm hits tonight. I'm cracking the vault wide open. The trades they don't want you to see. The players pulling strings from Geneva to the Fed. And the one move, the exact signal, that could turn this dump into your greatest opportunity yet.
We need to rewind to the very beginning in order to understand what's happening with the gold price right now. This is the week of November 5th. Donald Trump is elected the 47th United States president. And what I want you guys to really look at and focus on this chart right here, this is PAX-G. It trades basically along with gold. And you can see this is a weekly chart, and consistently gold has been moving and trending up and trending up. There's a lot of talk about the dump that we recently saw in gold price, but let's look over here and notice on this weekly chart 9 consecutive weeks of nothing but the gold price going up. I want you guys to hear this video clip of Andy Schectman. He's going to be talking about how institutions are viewing gold and the gold price right now.
You got 4 or 5 things that are incredibly bullish. You got, as we mentioned before, Morgan Stanley saying no more 60-40, 60-20-20. Get rid of half your bonds, buy gold with the other half. 60% stock, 20 bond, 20 gold. When have you ever heard a financial advisor say 20% in gold? This is from their chief investment officer, their CIO. This guy and the people that I'm about to mention speak to not the plebes, but to the institutional level traders, not to the rest of us. They're saying put 20% of your money in gold and pare down your bond holdings by 20%. Michael Hartnett for Bank of America, this is the one that just said, 60 whatever, $65 on silver. Michael Hartnett's newsletter, I don't know how much it is, but I bet it's 10 grand a year. He just came out and said, no, it's 25, 25, 25, 25. 25% stock, 25% bond, 25% short-term treasury, and 25% gold. What?
Okay, now you don't have to just take my word for it. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. And you can see this right here on the chart. Since this is a weekly chart, you can see this is the first week we've closed down in around 9 previous weeks. So right now we need to talk about what's, in my opinion, really happening with gold. There's an old saying, and that's the house always wins. And when you're at a place where, in fact, the trend is so strong to the upside, and Andy just explained some of why that's the case, something like sometimes a phenomenon like what's called backwardation will occur, especially in commodities markets. This is when, in spite of a market trending up, the spot price today is in back of the futures price tomorrow. Of a current real-time spot demand for gold, more so than even what the futures price is reflecting. That's what I think is happening here. And I think this has been trending up very strong. We've seen that strength in the gold price ever since November 5th last year. They don't want you to know, but when you have moves like this in the gold price, it becomes obvious to everyone. Since the house always wins, they have to do something just to pull back a little and take that pressure off of gold. Now, I'm going to take a look at a Bitcoin chart, and we're going to also look at gold with some statistics on both these charts, because I hear people starting this rumor about Well, guys are just starting to sell off gold in order to buy Bitcoin. I want to address that before I get out of here today, guys. But I hope you're seeing that this, in my view, is a pullback, and we've got lots of weekly data here that actually goes along with that hypothesis. Okay, this right here is a daily chart. This is a daily chart for the gold price. You can see on this daily chart, we've been trending just really strong, especially this prior 2 months. And these are the statistics, my statistical analytics for where we should be statistically, how high we could go, how low we can go. And you can see we got way up here into the statistical highs of the entire month. The month isn't even over. The month doesn't stop till this line right here. You can see that we're well above 30-day average, well above this 111-day, well above this 330-day average. So perhaps it's a little early to say that there's some type of situation where guys are selling off all of gold in order to buy Bitcoin. Have you guys ever heard of Michael Jackson? Have you ever heard of Madonna? Have you ever heard of the Rolling Stones? Have you ever heard of Elton John? These are all well-established artists and figures. The same as gold is well-established as an unbelievably strong store of value for thousands of years. Now let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart, Big Daddy Bitcoin, before I get out of here today. We've got Bitcoin. This is the same 30 days. Now, does it really look like to you that guys are selling off gold in order to buy Bitcoin? This is the same daily chart. Where are we within the statistical range here? And where were we within the statistical range here? Okay, you've got to normalize both of these assets in order to see what's really going on. Yes, we hit a nice all-time high here, and we sold off very strongly, while we've only endured around the first week in 9 weeks of a sell-off in gold. And I just explained earlier when we talked about backwardation why this is happening, and I also talked about when this started happening. This is a long range trade that's been going on for a while now. In fact, you can check out this next video where I talk about a specific strategy for trading gold, and also how it has really became such an easy trade trading gold price. The only problem with saying something is easy when involving trading is that the house always wins, or at least they try to. They give it the college try. So I think we just saw a little pressure pulling off on this week. That's all I got to share for today, guys. Once again, this was Alfred from Amassers.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If we've helped you, please help us by sharing this content with others. See you guys on the next video. Peace.